We're already in the second quarter of the year, so it's time for me to update my list of top 10 sets for investing this year. I'll be making one video a quarter in the style of top 10 sets for investing, so you can see how my thoughts have changed on these sets as time goes on, what sets I took off, what sets I added, and what circumstances positively or negatively impacted these sets in my opinion. I want to note before we get started that this is my genuine top 10 sets for investing this year. This isn't just meant to generate hype for views or to throw off other investors by putting out sets that I'm not actually buying. There are quite a few sets that I'm high on for investing this year, and it can be hard to rank them all into a concise top 10 list, so there are definitely some other sets out there that I could be convinced should be on this list. Let's go ahead and jump right in. At number 10, we have no changes from my last video. We still have 42136 John Deere 4-wheel drive tractor, MSRP of $34.99. It was released in March of 2022, making it have a 2-year and 10-month shelf life if it retires at the end of this year. I'm generally not a fan of Technic sets for investing. They tend to rise slowly in value and not have too much demand in retirement, but this set really interests me because it's John Deere. There are a lot of John Deere collectors out there that will collect anything related to the brand as they can. Some will like model train collectors and how they like to collect Lego trains. I think there's a nice crossover with the farming industry and Lego. This also isn't just a one-off set. There are 2 other John Deere sets available right now, the Forage Harvester and the Skidder. The Skidder is scheduled to retire this year, but the Harvester is continuing on into 2025. Collectors who find out about these sets after 2024 will want to go back and collect this set. Being in the first wave of this sub-theme to retire is a big factor why I like this set. Many people won't know what to think about it since we don't have anything to compare it to in the past for investing. You can see that sentiment by the low number of listings on eBay. There are currently none listed under MSRP as well. There's also solid sales velocity on Amazon, about 1,000 sold in the past month. The reason I'm a bigger fan of this set over the Skidder is because it's much larger, and at that $200 price point, it really limits how much it can rise in value. It's at a totally different scale than the Harvester, so from a continued collectability standpoint, people picking up the Harvester in 2025 would much rather go back and pick up the tractor since it would look much better next to it. The Skidder is also harder to display in an office or on a bookshelf. You'd have to be a dedicated Lego fan to display this. The smaller scale opens up the target demographic to people that aren't just big Lego collectors. The set is also much less recognizable, and I think that's why the sales velocity is way less than the tractor at only 100 sold in the past month. For all those reasons, I definitely expect the tractor to go under the radar, and I currently have my target discount to buy this set for investing at 40% off. At number 9, I have the Executor Super Star Destroyer, set number 75356, MSRP of $69.99. It was released in May of 2023, making it only have a 1-year and 8-month shelf life when it retires. This set is new to the list. On my previous video, I had the A-frame cabin, but that set has moved up the list, so I'll talk about it more later. It's the first of the Star Wars Starship Collection to retire. The other 3, Millennium Falcon, Tainted 4, and Invisible Hand, recently came out and will all continue into 2025. It's a Walmart exclusive, meaning the only place you can buy this set is from Walmart or Lego themselves. Continued collectability will be a huge driver of appreciation for this set. We've seen how the beginning of Star Wars sub-themes all have been amazing investments, from the helmets to microfighters, even all the way back to UCS sets. And once the lingering stock of their dioramas that retired last year sell out, I believe we'll see those have a nice appreciation over the next several years. This is a very popular set. We haven't seen it discounted from Walmart.com yet this year, and I have a feeling it may turn out to be like the classic TV series Batmobile. That set was a Walmart exclusive and was never discounted from Walmart.com. There were a few people that got it on sale from Walmart in-store clearance at the end of the year retired. My goal entering into this year was not to start buying for investing until the May the 1st promotions from Lego.com, but I've already started picking up this set. Because I don't expect it to go on sale from Walmart, the only way to create significant discounts is by buying from Lego.com during gift with purchase promotions, stacking up cashback offers, insiders points, and credit card cashback. Honey has been offering 20% cashback on this set during several GWPs to start the year, and I've been able to get 6 of this set so far for roughly 50% off. A lot of people are high on this set and may feel that they need to buy this set at MSRP, and at that price, I think many will be disappointed with the profit that they'll see from this set. Even though I've gotten my set so far at a greater discount than this, my target discount to invest is only 35% off. In my last update, I had the Eldorado Fortress here at number 8, but it has since fallen off the list. That doesn't mean I'm not interested in it anymore for investing. I definitely still am, but there are just some other sets that I'm more excited about now. Moving into the spot is the A-frame cabin, set number 21338, MSRP of $179.99, released in February of 2023, so only having a 1 year and 11-month shelf life when it retires. This is a beautiful set, it's so unique, there's never been another LEGO set made like this, and I doubt we'll ever get another A-frame cabin at this scale. It fits great into a nice wooded area in people's modular cities. I've been seeing more and more people talk about this set for investing, but the supply is still very low on eBay, and there's only 1 or 2 listings under MSRP. The demand is definitely there. It's a very popular in the LEGO investing community, selling 600 plus a month on Amazon. For a set this expensive, that is pretty solid. So far, there have been very few sales on this set. The lowest prices I've seen online is just $10 off from Amazon. If this trend continues throughout its life, buying from either Lego.com, Barnes & Nobles, or maybe Kohl's will probably be your best bet for being able to stack up discounts. I personally have 1 set so far that I got from LEGO during a GWP promotion by selling the gift with purchase, getting 10% cash back through Honey, insiders points, and credit cards cash back. I got this set for about 47% off. I'd love to pick up more at this discount, but would also still feel comfortable all the way up to around a 35% discount if we continue to not see sales from retailers on this set. If you're enjoying the video and want to see more in-depth LEGO investing content, I appreciate it if you drop a like and subscribe to my channel. Previously at 7, I had the Phantom Menace Brickheads. It still hasn't been released yet, and we also haven't even seen images, so I decided to knock it down my rankings for now, at least until we get photos of it and confirmation that it will be retiring this year. Now I have set number 40677, Prisoner of Azkaban figures. It was at 4, but there are just a couple other sets I'm more confident on now. It has an MSRP of $49.99, released in March of this year, making it only have an 8-month shelf life when it retires. This set's coming on the heels of 40560, Professors of Hogwarts, that retired last year and had an MSRP of $39.99, was discounted to $29.99 over Black Friday, and is now already selling for $65 on eBay and Amazon. Also retired last year was the Harry, Ron, Hermione, and Hagrid Brickheads, set number 40495, that had an MSRP of $24.99. It was also on sale from LEGO near the end of last year for 30% off, and they're already going for $40 on eBay and about $45 on Amazon. Those are just the 2 that retired last year, and overall, Harry Potter Brickheads have had a great track record of appreciating in value even before these sets. This is a LEGO exclusive just like those past sets, so the supply should stay pretty low even while it's on shelves. A big plus for these larger Brickheads packs is you don't have to buy a ton of individual Brickheads. It's a bigger box with 5 characters, so it's much less work to sell 1 set versus 5 smaller $10 sets. But the ceiling for price appreciation of individual Brickheads is probably a little bit higher since the price is more affordable. I'll be targeting a 35% discount on this set, but I'm sure I'll be able to get an even larger discount, especially during the Harry Potter GWP LEGO runs every year. At 6, I had the Sonic and Tails Brickheads. They're now off the list, but I have added a different Sonic set in place of them that's coming up next. Now at 6, I have the 40573 Christmas Tree, MSRP of $44.99, released in September of 2022, making it have a 2-year and 4-month shelf life when it retires. I talked about this set recently in my Sleeper Sets video, and it's really been growing on me. The only other brick built tree that's been close to this size that we've seen is 40338 from 2019. That was a gift with purchase, and over Christmas it was selling for around $70 to $80 on eBay and $92 on Amazon. The set retiring this year looks to be very undersupplied. Even though we're well past the Christmas season, it's still selling for $60 on eBay all the time. Christmas trees are a must for any holiday village. I can see people picking up several of this set at a time as well. With the limited availability of it being LEGO exclusive, there will probably be a gap in supply the next Christmas after it retires. Google Trends is a phenomenal resource to see demand over time, and this chart for the search term LEGO Christmas tree, you can see a consistent spike in demand each holiday season, but this past year was way higher than past. The popularity of LEGO, especially in the adult market, is increasing year over year, and I believe this set is specifically poised to take off in retirement as long as there isn't an immediate remake by LEGO. I'll be looking to pick up this set at just 30% off. If you're new to the channel, you may be wondering how I'm able to buy these sets at large discounts like 40% off. Most LEGO sets will never be discounted by that large of an amount straight up, so you have to be resourceful and stack up discounts. The best way to do that is by ordering from lego.com during gift purchases, stacking on insiders points, a cashback site like Honey or Rakuten, and a cashback credit card. By selling your GWPs and crediting the profit towards your original order, you're able to create large discounts on your orders after adding up all of your savings. If you want to learn more about the strategy and the savings you can bring in, check out this video that I made about the best gift purchases from 2023, where I break down the discounts you could have created. Also, if you don't have a Rakuten or Honey account, you can join with a nice incentive bonus using my referral link in the description below. At number 5, I had the Stormtrooper mech, but that set has moved up the list, so I'll talk about it later. New to the list is the Sonic the Hedgehog Knuckles and Shadow Brickheads, set number 40677, MSRP of $19.99, released in February of 2024, so they'll have only an 11-month shelf life when they retire. You could group in the Sonic and Tails Brickheads in with this set if you want to, but I believe this one has a small leg up on them because of the only 11-month shelf life compared to 1 year and 4-month shelf life for the others. Sonic is very popular, but so is Knuckles. They're even coming out with the Knuckles TV show this month. If successful, I'm sure there will be future seasons, which would be great to keep up the cultural relevance of this character. On top of that, they're coming out with Sonic the Hedgehog 3 on December 20th of 2024. Almost perfect timing to see a spike in demand for these sets. With LEGO releasing a whole theme of Sonic sets, there seems to be no slowdown of demand for these characters anytime soon. Everything looks great on eBay as well. Few listings, lowest price is 50% above MSRP, and a fair amount of sold listings to go along with it. I'll be looking to get as many of this set as I can at 30% off. At number 4, I had the Prisoner of Azkaban Brickheads. They're currently at 7 like I mentioned previously. So now we have the 40631 Gandalf the Grey and Balrog, as well as 40632 Aragorn and Arwen. Gandalf and Balrog were at number 2 last time. Both of these sets have an MSRP of $19.99. Were released in January of 2023, making them have a 2-year shelf life. These are 2 of the 3 LEGO exclusive Lord of the Rings brickheads that are currently available. The other one is 40630, Frodo and Gollum. I'm not quite as high on that set as these 2 because there's much more supply on eBay, and I think it'll take longer for it to rise in value compared to these sets. There's also another 2-pack, 40751, Legolas and Gimli, coming out this year. The first time LEGO made Lord of the Rings sets was from 2012 to 2014, and all of these have been incredibly popular post-retirement, been great investments. But we haven't seen any Lord of the Rings brickheads in the past to compare them to. I honestly don't think that's an issue at all. We know this theme is incredibly popular and has a large dedicated fan base. The supply of these sets is incredibly limited due to them being LEGO store exclusives. There's continued collectability because of the beautiful Rivendell set, the rumored Tower of Sauron that should be coming out on June 1st, and of course the upcoming Legolas and Gimli brickheads. You look at the first licensed Marvel, Disney, Star Wars, and DC brickheads, all of the first sets have done really well. I think we'll see the same result here. I've gotten 2 of each of the sets so far for about 45% off, but I'll still be comfortable getting them at around 35% off. Previously, the exotic pink parrot was at 3, but it's now been bumped up even higher, and it's been replaced by 75370, the Stormtrooper mech, which was at number 5. It has an MSRP of $15.99, released in August of 2023, making it have a 1-year and 5-month shelf life. I'm very excited about this new line of Star Wars mechs. I think they're way too overlooked because people see them as just a play toy and not a Star Wars ship or packed with exclusive figures. But this is a brand new sub-theme of Star Wars. Everyone's so excited about helmets and dioramas and the Starship collection, but what about these mechs? The first wave started with Boba Fett, Darth Vader, and the Stormtrooper. The other 2 are just okay, but I love the Stormtrooper the most due to the army building factor of it. We can see evidence of this by looking at the sales velocity on Amazon. Boba Fett and Darth Vader selling only $2,000 a month, but the Stormtrooper mech is selling $5,000 a month. These are battle pack type numbers. And it's crazy when I see people mention which of the 3 may be best for investing. It's always either Boba Fett or Darth Vader as potentially being okay for investing, and the Stormtrooper mech is always an afterthought and not even considered. We know LEGO's continuing this line because there's a Luke Skywalker mech coming out this year. I think it's definitely within the realm of possibilities that LEGO makes other clone mechs in the future, so people will have to go to eBay and Amazon to load up on the classic Stormtroopers. On eBay, we're seeing even more great signs. There's only 1 listing under MSRP. There are 117 listings, which is a fair amount, but still low when you think of it as an army building set. The minifigure, unfortunately, isn't exclusive, currently valued at $6.83, but the torso and legs have only ever been in the Walmart exclusive trash compactor diorama that retired last year. LEGO has made Star Wars buildable figures in the past, and those have just done okay to terrible as investments, but these are well-made, brick-built mechs, and I believe that this sub-theme will be around for at least a few more years. The early brick-built superhero mechs have all done very well, and I'm confident at this point that as long as this becomes a regular sub-theme for LEGO, these will appreciate much higher than people realize. The price point is a bit steep at $15.99. You can easily pick them up for 20% off all day, but I'll be aiming higher for around a 40% discount. I already have 8 of this set that I got for about 50% off by taking advantage of 20% cashback offers from Honey, gift with purchase periods, insiders points, and credit card cashback. Like I mentioned before, in second, I originally had the Gandalf and Balrog brickheads, but now we have some newcomers to the list. We have 75359, 332nd Ahsoka's Clone Trooper Battle Pack, and 75345, 501st Clone Troopers Battle Pack. Both have an MSRP of $19.99. The 332nd pack was released in August of 2023, making it have a 1 year and 5 month shelf life. And the 501st pack was released in January of 2023, making it have a 2-year shelf life. Battle packs have been a staple for many investors over the years, and normally the market is pretty saturated with them. But over the last several years, a few battle packs have underperformed, and it seems like the community has forgotten the potential of these sets. People think of the Sith Trooper battle pack that retired in 2021 that retailed for $14.99. It's going on eBay for only $23 and on Amazon for $31. Also from 2021, we had the Mandalorian battle pack that retailed for $14.99 as well. It's going on eBay for $23 and about $28 on Amazon. I don't think the Star Wars fan base has lost their desire for army building. These were just frankly bad battle packs. They aren't filled with minifigs that Star Wars fans want to stack up on. You can clearly see that army building is alive and well with the 501st battle pack that retired in 2022. It was probably the most bought up LEGO set for investing that I've ever seen, but it's already double its MSRP of $30, going for $63 on Amazon, but on eBay it is going for $45. Now we fast forward to 2024, and I've seen very few people hyping up battle packs for investing. Sure, the clones have helmet holes, and some people don't like that, but it looks like that's here to stay. That hasn't broadly impacted the demand for these sets. The 501st pack is selling $5K a month, and the 332nd pack is selling $3K a month on Amazon. Typically, when you go to eBay, you'll see 300 plus listings and plenty of them under MSRP for battle packs when they're still on shelves, but the 501st pack only has 146 listings with just a couple under MSRP, and for the 332nd pack, only 110 listings with also a few under MSRP. This is honestly very shocking to see, and I think that these two sets are going to catch a lot of investors sleeping. We did recently see the leaked 75378 Speeder Escape that will have 2 501st colognes, but from what I can tell, the prints in this battle pack will still be exclusive. And on top of that, people will have to pay $60 just to get 4 colognes from the Speeder Escape, so I'm not worried about that impacting the battle pack. To sum all this up, I think that these two sets are significantly undersupplied, and we'll see a faster than normal spike in value for a battle pack. I have 7 of each so far that I got at an average discount of around 50% off, and I'll try to get as many as I can in that 40 to 50% off range. Moving on to number 1, I want to be fully transparent and say that my absolute number 1 set for investing this year I'm saving to talk about only on my Patreon, so if you want to know what that set is, you can check out the link to join in the description below. In my last video, I had the New York postcard as my number 1 set. Unfortunately, that has now been pushed off the retirement list, so it will no longer be featured in my videos this year. The Beijing and Australia postcards are still slated to retire, but I just don't feel nearly as confident about them. Now jumping up to my number 1 spot this year is 31144 Exotic Pink Parrot, MSRP of $19.99. It was released in August of 2023 and it'll have a 1 year and 5 month shelf life. I love everything about this set. Many big performers like last year with the Bird of Paradise and the Paris postcard have one thing in common. They're the first of a new theme or sub-theme. There's some risk and ambiguity on whether the line will be popular or if people will even want them at all in retirement, causing some investors to stay away or not buy as many. LEGO's continuing to target adults with new themes, and we see this latest sub-theme of birds that they're releasing under the Icons line. The first in that series is the Kingfisher, and I'm sure more will be coming out in the future. Outside of the Icons line, LEGO has been putting out many bird sets recently, like the Parrot Art set, the Small Bird's Nest, the Exotic Peacock, the blue version of the set, and the Creator 3-in-1 Birdhouse. LEGO's only made a few one-off bird sets in the past, and they've all done well. For example, 21301 Birds, it was a LEGO Ideas set from 2015, had an MSRP of $39.99, and is going for around $160 on eBay. It definitely seems like LEGO has done their research, and they know that birds are an adult niche that many people want. Let's not forget that this set is a colorway of 31136 Exotic Parrot. The set is exactly the same, but in a blue color. That set is not a retailer exclusive. It's available at every major retailer and not scheduled to retire this year. People are going to see this blue set on shelves and want to pick up any other sets that go along with it. This pink parrot will be exactly what they want. It just goes so well together with it. Now, all of these are great reasons why I think this set will do well in retirement, but let me put the icing on the cake. The demand for the blue version is absolutely insane. I've been checking it throughout the year. It's always top 10 to 20 on bestsellers on Amazon for the building sets category, and in this month alone, it sold 20,000 units. You may be wondering why I'm not showing the sales data for this one, the pink version. Well, that's because it's a Target exclusive and not sold on Amazon. The limited availability is huge for this set, and you can see that by going on eBay and seeing that there are only 21 listings, and it's selling consistently for $30 plus. I've already stacked up 11 of this set with an average discount of about 40%, and I plan to pick up many more, aiming to get them all for around 35% off or more. That's my list. As you can see, I'm still heavily focusing on retailer exclusive sets. Because of that low supply, they tend to have a higher hit rate on being great investments. If you want to see how this list changes over time, definitely go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on those videos. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you drop a like. It helps out my channel a ton. If you have any comments or thoughts on the sets I listed in this video, whether you agree or disagree, I'd love to hear them in the comments below, or what your thoughts are on your top 10 sets would be. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. As always, my videos are not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only sharing my journey as a LEGO investor, and I encourage you to do your own research before buying any LEGO sets.